Money, money, Jordan Belfort. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds. Sipping on Ciroc, trip 'em up with the words. I done popped the Molly and I think it's be my third.
Okay guys, what is up? In this YouTube series, I'm going to make it a point that in every single video we talk about something stocks related or business related or something like that. So that's going to be this portion of it, and it's going to probably be in the title of what these sections are going to be. Good dog. Sorry, my dog's right here. But what the biggest thing is right now, I've had a lot of hate. I've got a lot of people that support me. There's both out here in this internet world, especially when I've started putting my life out here. I don't do a ton of it, but I have more and more with this series just because I want to prove people that you can do it. Now, here's the biggest thing. When it comes down to, and I want to make this an uncut video right here, so you guys are getting the real talk. There's no split clips, there's no cutting everywhere, so that I just make myself sound really good. This is a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not going to tell you you're going to quit your job within a year or something like that, because that's rough. Now, I will tell you, you can create a second source of income decently quick. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you're going to make $1 million in the next 5 years, because that's not responsible. Don't get me wrong, I've made a huge chunk of money in the market. Whether it's long-term and short-term. I'm better at day trading than I am long-term trading. I'll admit to that every single time. Now, the big thing is when people see, because I have students that do really, really well, and there are those outliers that'll make 25% in one day, which is huge. I mean, huge. If you can make 25% a day, just forget about working. You're going to day trade the rest of your life. Just forget about everything else. Guys, I don't make 25% a day. I make my average of about $1,000 a day. Now that could be over a couple trades. That could be one nice trade. I tell everybody that. I do take losses. I try to finish the day green. So that's really how that works, is you're not making all your money on one single trade in a day and you're like, oh, I made 1,000, that's my average, I'm done for the day. No. My daily average might be around $1,000, and I make 2 to 3 trades that make that. Now, I have a rule. I don't trade more than 3 times red in a day. So now there's been days where I'll make 3 and 4 trades, or possibly at my max. My max is really around 5 trades a day. I don't like doing more than that. I don't think it's reasonable, and every time I've ever did it or done it, I've either lost money or made money early and then lost all those gains back and barely finished green, or may have finished red slightly. So I have rules set in place for myself. Now, with that being said, it is very easy to make a couple of trades a day and make $1,000 a day trading the stocks. But you got to know what you're doing. You're not going to start out just instantly hammering out $1,000 days. That does not happen. Like I said in the 2 videos ago, if you finish it in, what keeps me motivated is making a couple dollars a day and then compounding that. Now, I understand a lot of you are going to be under the PDT rule, so you're going to get 3 day trades a week. Now, more than likely, you're not going to be profitable on all 3 trades. Like I said, I may take 3 trades in the morning, and one of those may be a failure, and 2 of them may be good. Or what might happen is, the first one, I cut my losses really quickly because I was going down. Because I will jump in on pre-market sometimes, trying to get that jump on things. But again, that's why you keep your stop loss very short. So if you enter here, it starts going up, and then it takes a quick turn. You're at your break-even point, and it just falls right below it. I cut that loss on pre-market because I know if I lose $100 pre-market, it's okay. I can make that up when the market opens. I'm 100% okay with that. This may be a little bit lengthier of a clip, by the way, because I cannot shake this cold. But with that being said, you can make your second and third trade way more than that. So there have actually been days where technically on the market, I'll make my $1,000 daily average. But if I wouldn't have made my first trade a red trade because I traded pre-market or something, and say I lose The most I think I've ever lost pre-market's $1,000, and I was pretty upset. And that's why I really don't leverage in pre-market a whole lot. And I go over that in my trading and stuff like that. But with that being said, $1,000 is a huge amount. But on that same day, because I remember it very well, that was the same day that I made sure that I never go in with that much size pre-market ever again. I don't trade with a gigantic account, guys. $25,000 to $30,000. We've talked about this before. Every week I pay myself on Friday. As soon as I'm done trading, which is usually around 11, sometimes sooner, but I take a certain set of money and I keep it in. So I make sure I'm over the PDT rule still, which is $25,000 in the United States. And then I make sure I have a little bit of a cushion. So if I do take one bad trade and I lose a couple $100, I'm not back under that PDT rule. So what my account usually sits around is around 27.5 is really where I like it. That way I have a $2,000 buffer. Now don't get me wrong, if I lose $2,000 on a Monday, I'm instantly, I don't put money back in for the rest of the week. I try to make myself gain that back over the PDT rule. So I'm not over trading, I'm not doing stupid things, risking a lot of money. And there's a lot of lessons in that. And there's a lot of experience that goes into that, guys. I'm only 22, getting ready to turn 23 here soon in January. I know I got a lot to learn yet in life. But with the experience that I do have trading, and this is my job, guys, that the best way to put it is if you get your account over 25 and then it goes right under 25 again, be patient, wait for the right trades. And that's what a lot of people, once they get over that $25,000 mark, they struggle a lot because they're like, oh, well, I got to do this. I got to get my account back over. I got to deposit another $500, or I got to deposit another $50, get it back above that $25,000. And I'm not saying that's wrong. Maybe you're the kind of person that does need to take multiple trades to make that money back. I'm the kind of person where I did it once and got above PDT from a very, very small amount. So now I want to go back and do that all over again. So if I go below $25,000 on a Monday, which if I lose $2,000 on a Monday, I basically just stop where I'm at and try to finish the rest of the week green. That way I'm not forced into a hole and I'm having to deposit money into it. I always just try to get myself out of it, break even for the week. Guys, I've had weeks where I don't make money on the market. That's an acceptable thing to do. Everybody's got a bad week, or maybe I have a bad day. But I've also had a week where I fell below. I was literally at $24,975 in like some odd cents. I remember it because I couldn't believe it landed on 75. And what I did is I waited for the next day because, yeah, it was a little risky because of the pattern day trade, because of the PDT rule, but then I just waited for the correct trade. I shorted, not gonna lie, guys, I go short and long. You can make money going both ways, and I teach that a lot. And I tell my students you can do the same. But I waited, I made my $25 back, got above the $25,000, and then my next trade, I knew I was so close to the PDT rule, I really didn't force a trade, and that is the biggest thing when it comes down to day trading, is don't force a trade. Just be smart with them, know what you're doing at all times. And I know I'm ranting a little bit, but guys, this is such a big thing. You got so many scammers out there. Guys, I'm 100% transparent with you guys. I've showed statements before when I first started making a lot of money, guys. When I first got over and started making good money, guys, I didn't just I was in a problem where I didn't zero my account back down to that $25,000 or $27,000 every week. I just kept letting that account just stack and stack and stack and stack, and that was great at that point in time in my life. Now I invest into other things as well, and I've talked about that in other things. Multiple sources of income is always a great thing to have. So with that being said, getting back on the topic, there's a lot of things saying there's scams out there, there's this and there's that, and there are a lot of them, and that's why I talk to every single one of my students personally. Whether it's a video call on Instagram, a phone call, a FaceTime call through my personal phone. Guys, when you become my student, this isn't a sales pitch, by the way, just so you know. No sales. I don't care if you buy my course or not. It doesn't affect my money, to be 100% honest with you. I don't sell a lot of courses. I help people. You guys get my phone number too. You can ask any of my students. They contact me on my phone. They text me. They let me know what's going on, and I'm there to help you guys. I'm not here to BS you, sell you a course, put you in a chat room with a bunch of new people. That's just not the way I like it. When I was new, I jumped into a bunch of chat rooms. I'll tell you guys that. And it did not work because there's so many new people trying to tell people what to do that aren't profitable yet. And that becomes an illness right there of its own. It's literally a virus that doesn't go away until you clear your mind and get out of all the chat rooms and just learn how to trade. Watch the market, learn the patterns, do what you gotta do. You guys gotta remember, all the information out there in this world is on YouTube, on Google, in forums, on how to trade. Now, don't get me wrong, when you do get a course and stuff like that, it's all in one place. You're not worried about where you got the information from, because there's a lot of bad information on YouTube as well. Sorry about that, guys. But at the same time, there is good information out there, and you can trial and error. There's paper trading accounts where you can trial and error things and test things and make sure it's bulletproof to see if they're actually right. And that's kind of something that I do. What I did when I started is I would watch something, I would test it for a whole week, or yeah, it was really a whole week is where I really tested things to see if they actually worked. And then when it came down to the market was adapting to something else or changing, I would see if it still worked. So guys, if you guys need to take a few days off, or say you have a really good Monday, Tuesday, and you're making money, and then Wednesday you have a horrible day. Horrible day. I actually just had a student go through this. Horrible day. You may be able to take another trade, or what I tell everybody, sit back, settle down, don't worry about everything that's going on around you. Maybe take a couple paper trades. I do it myself. If it's after 11, I won't make a trade. What I'll do is I'll watch it and go, oh, hey, here's a trade, and see if I'm right, because being right to me means more than making an extra few bucks on the market. Yeah, I know a bunch of you people will be like, you're stupid, an extra few bucks is an extra few bucks. When you get to a certain level, you want to be right more than you are making money. And as long as you're right, that means it transfers into making money. And that's something that you can always do. You can always make money. It's easier now than ever to make money, Gary Vaynerchuk says. I believe that because I'm 22. Money's never been an issue for me since I was 18, 19 years old in college. I made a huge lump sum of money within a couple years, and it really put life into perspective for me, and I didn't go out and do a bunch of stupid things. I mean, I did a couple stupid things, but at the same time, my family well grounded me. My dad kept me grounded, didn't allow me to have that, oh my God, look at this, or, I mean, he wasn't a showboat person. To this day, if he says he's proud of me, I ask him if he's sick. That's what kind of relationship we have, whether that's good or bad. But guys, I just wanted to make this video. I know it's getting a little lengthy. The point is, there is growth opportunity. You just have to be willing to put the work in. Do it over time. It will happen. And don't expect to make 5% a day, or what other people say is 1.5% a day or 2% a day at the very beginning. Now, once you start growing and you got things going, you can make 1%, 2%, even 5% a day, guys. I've seen it happen. I've seen brokerage statements of it, and I'm more than proud of those students that have done it. Some people are very, very smart and very, very good at it. Some people have to work at it, and they're happy with that 1% a day. And compounding 1% a day, guys, is great. You guys got to realize, though, when people say 1.5% a day, usually they're not trading their whole account on 1.5% a day. That does not make sense to be trading a whole account to make 1%. Just like you guys know, I don't use my whole $25,000 account on one trade. It doesn't make sense on small cap stocks that aren't very high. I mean, know your risk, know your management, know what stocks you're trading, and I teach all that to everybody, guys. I answer questions all the time for free. Just let me know if I can help you guys, and let's get on with this day and have a great Sunday.